The state of the game at the moment isn't very good when it comes to, well, game crashes. A lot of people are game crashing at the moment. I've thought, well, I'll just wait to see if Kabam are going to answer against this particular thread. Nothing at the moment, or basically the issue in general. Your game might be crashing after, I don't know, having a fight or two, and it's definitely something I've been seeing a lot more more frequently from people. Plenty of people messaged me and said, "Rich, what's happening with Kabam dealing with this problem?" And they answered early on UK time this morning, technically last night, and still waiting for an update on the situation resolving it. Now, today I have seen some kind of like inconsistency, like in the last 2 hours, the game kind of went down for a brief period, or I wasn't personally able to re-access. Now, whether or not Kabam were working behind the scenes on stuff, I don't know. But that is something that's kind of relatively important, because guess what? You want to play the game that you like, or you put up with. The game you put up with and invested a lot of time into. Let's say it's that. So yeah, game crashes after every fight. Is anyone else having this issue? Game crashing every fight. Battlegrounds, practice mode, quest, whatever it is. Multiple people experiencing this issue. iOS 16.7.7. I've got an iOS, not iOS. I've got an iPad 2021 edition, which I'm not quite sure what it is, but that's running 17 point something. So that gives me the idea that there's a lot of this is older devices. One of the biggest problems that Marvel Contest of Champions have, something that I'm going to have to do at some stage, either this year or next year, probably after I've eventually got enough money for the new PC, is to get a new phone or get a new iPad. It's really kind of like come to a point of, what am I going to use the most? And I don't know if I really want to replace my iPad, but I might have to, depending on kind of like tech and performance. And at the same time, I do have to replace my phone. Now, I probably could say I can get away with a phone, but that's got input issues because it's an old device. So my devices at the moment are, I've got an iPhone 11, which I run as my main kind of like phone. But it doesn't run the game particularly well. There's input issues. There is optimization issues, but that happens when a phone is as old as it is. It's because it's an iPhone 11 Pro. No, it's not 11. Is it 11 Pro? Something like that. It's not the bigger one. It's not the like substantial one that's got better. It's just the bog standard one. This is an iPhone 7 Plus. This is pretty old, to be honest, by any kind of standards. And people are talking about like running iPhone 7s as well. But I just don't think you get a decent enough running of the game in general. It does look like that's the case. Even the original post says iPhone 7 that they're running. It's iPhone 6 there. But then iPhone 14 Plus right there. Yeah, and maybe it's not old devices. iPhone 8. iPhone-based issues. And that could be it. So this was early this morning, really early this morning. We're talking like 12:34 a.m. That's pretty early. That's early UK time. That's later afternoon, evening, Canada time, I want to say. And when the team was looking into it. For those who have not already, if you're experiencing an issue, please be sure to include the following information: device version, example iPhone 7. Be sure to include make and model of the device you are playing on and what experienced the issue. Device operating system, example iOS 11. You can find out the operating system on iPhone by going to settings. Then general scrolling version. Yeah. About device. Or you could just if you go to software update, it will probably come up with the one you're on. I'm just going to double check that. I'm pretty certain it is, because I just did that on my iPad. So yeah, go to settings, go to general, and then click software update. And then under that, yeah, it's like, just do that, because it comes under software update. It will say as well. So there's another option to kind of like, I don't know. I always think it's a bit easier if you wanted to give that information. It's just go, if you on iOS user, general, and then just done software update, and it come up with the latest. iPhone 6. As the original post, it happens every game mode. The game is unplayable at the moment. Yeah. iPhone 7. And that's the problem at the moment with like the consistency with this to play. It could be quite costly. I think more so with Alliance Wars. For me, we just ended a a war. So were you able to get in? Has this cost you? That's the other thing, isn't it? And again, like, is this everybody? Is everybody kind of like affected by this? Or sorry, everybody that runs an iPad, iPhone based product. Now, I haven't had this yet. That's one striking thing. So it gives the impression that there's a specific nature to it. Is it not, rather than device? I mean, it is device specific because it's iPad. It's Apple based products. But is it cellular related in some sort of way? I don't know why it's like so pick and choosy. Like I've not had this issue. I've done a bit in auto fighting today. I've done a few other bits and bobs of quest. I even did my last path on my last boss fight of Glycan in 8.4.6, and I haven't had this pop up. So it's really, really bizarre. It's such a bizarre like bug. Bizarre in the sense of like I don't know the rhyme or reason to it, but there's definitely some correlation and connection. I mean, look, iPhone 7 seems to pop up quite a bit. iPhone 6 seems to pop up a bit. Even iPad Pro, but that's the thing, isn't it? Like that there is an old operating system that's older than mine. Mine's coming up with 17, and mine's a what generation? Mine must be like a more, I don't say it's more modern generation, but it's kind of like it's the 2021 one. I don't know what that is. Hang on, was that an Android device? Did someone put an Android device? That's interesting. I think it was right at the bottom. Funny problems happened with S8. So something around this period of devices, 8+ years. Well, not particularly, because someone said they had iPhone 14 have an issue. And other people said that there's well, it could be 8 years, but I don't know. I saw someone say iPhone 14. There's some really weird rhyme or reason to this, but it is 100% looking like, high frequency of that kind of iPhone 8 and later iPhones and iPads that are 5th, 6th generation. Yeah, very weird. Very weird indeed. Oh, that's closer to mine. iPad 6th gen. Maybe I have a 6th gen one then. I was kind of like thinking about that. Let's double check. Well, that's weird because like my device is coming up with iPad OS 17.4.1, which I'm reading off at the moment. So that means my device is a 6th gen iPad, but I haven't had any issues. Weird, isn't it? It's like there is no rhyme or reason to this particular bug. In any case, at this moment in time, there's no further update on what is actually happening. And number one, no issue, no idea what's happening. Number two, like what Kabam are doing about this, because I suspect an update to come in at some stage, but at the moment we don't know anything. So this is a very specific bug to one type of player base, but also in the older type of devices for iPhone and iPad. Yep, sod's law. As soon as I'm recording, I just finished recording and I'm like, right, okay, video's rendered, it's taken 10 minutes. And I now have to re-edit the video and then render for another 10 minutes before I can put out the video when it's actually finished uploading. Yes, Kabam have finally put the info out there that the game team is aware of the issue and is causing crashing. Currently, it's only impacting some iOS devices, which hence, puts into perspective what I'm experiencing, that there's even some people with the same device as me that are experiencing the issue, but I'm not. So, weird. The team is working on a fix to be released in a hotfix likely tomorrow. So, it gives you a bit of an idea there. And that's it for the video. I'm going to now work with some other stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching. And check out some other content located on screen. And we've got a busy time as of tomorrow. As you know, new content goes in and we'll be covering lots of it. So yeah, cheers everybody. Have a great day. Bye-bye.